Over the past few years, I think it's not an understatement to say that Fox has lost all of its standing with NASCAR fans, going from one of the most respected broadcasting networks across the board to now more or less a bad punchline. The definition of bad NASCAR and then in general sports broadcasting. Well, that might change soon, as a lot of the blame has been put on director Artie Kepner. But The Athletic has broke this. ESPN knows Monday Night Football has room to grow. With the network's first Super Bowl on the horizon in 2027, it's bringing in, apparently we're adding in the low quality Fox Sports quality already, veteran Fox director Artie Kepner to elevate the broadcast. And this is something that I think a lot of NASCAR fans have wanted for a long time. Their prayers have been answered because Artie Kepner, for the largest amount of time, has really taken the barbs for what Fox's issues are, and a lot of times has basically stuck his head in the sand for at least a lot of NASCAR fans. And, well, let's see how those NASCAR fans are reacting to this news. So yeah, NASCAR fans are pretty happy right now. I mean, can you blame them? NASCAR on Fox started out in a legendary fashion. From 2001 to about, I'd say 2012-13, Fox was the pinnacle of NASCAR broadcasting. NBC, TNT, ESPN, none of them held a candle, both to how beloved Fox was by many fans and also the quality that Fox gave to start out the year. From the Daytona 500 till roughly either the Coke 600 or the summer Daytona race, depending on what year, NASCAR on Fox defined what we wanted from a modern broadcast. They pushed the edge, they pushed the issues, they pushed everything to its limit, and sometimes went over, but we forgave them because it was good. From about 2014 to 2017, there was a lot of change. Jeff Gordon jumping in the booth, DW really starting to fall off a bit, and it was kind of on that edge. Some people were calling it out, but others were saying, hey, it's Fox. But I'd say since about 2018, Fox fell off a cliff. And they've not only been the definition of poor NASCAR broadcasting, but they've become the definition of poor sports broadcasting. Even the MLB, NFL, other sports in general, pretty much outside of IndyCar's first broadcast, which is not produced by Fox Sports, everyone has pretty much said, what the hell is going wrong? So with Artie Kepner leaving, how will things change? Could this save NASCAR on Fox? Well, there's, I think, three different scenarios we can look at to happen here. The first one is the really positive one, the one that I think a lot of NASCAR fans are hoping for. Fox will have a noticeable improvement. This will imply that Artie Kepner was the main problem. It was his decision-making, his possible hires, and his, just in general, fingerprints put all over everything bad on the NASCAR side. They can get a new and young and hungry director that could be trying new things, trying to make their mark on the sports broadcasting landscape. This would be the best case scenario. Fans would see an improvement, and NASCAR, having Fox right at the start of the year, would see a massive jump. Because, in my opinion, I think a lot of the reason a lot of people don't stick around after the Daytona 500 is because of how bad and unwatchable Fox Sports can be. And especially after the 500, which is usually their best broadcast of the year, it gets unbearable. Atlanta and I'd say even Coda, for the most part until the finish, were kind of a bit of a back to normal in a sense with them in where they were at least having some good things. Commercial free when it came to full screen ads, things like that. But those are things that were expected and needed at this point. At this point now with the FS1 races, it's been back to normal, and it's been a bad normal. The second scenario is nothing changes. This implies that Artie Kepner wasn't the main issue. It was just overall Fox. Fox was the problem. We would still get the issues and minimal effort from the network, and it doesn't matter who they put in front because, well, at this point, they don't care either. At this point, the quality of Monday Night Football would actually, I think, and eventually the Super Bowl, be on NASCAR fans' radar. Because if it went up, it just proved that Artie Kepner was being held back and that the talent he had in the past was being wasted by Fox Sports. This, I think, would almost be more infuriating than anything else because it would prove that we could have had really great showings of our sport, and instead, a network that doesn't care and is willing to make stuff a laughing stock in any sport is the ones to blame, and that we're stuck with that until 2031. And then the third big scenario to me is that we see a noticeable drop in quality. This implies that Artie Kepner was more or less holding back the avalanche of destruction from Fox Sports. This would mean also more than likely that inexperienced people would be dumped here by Fox, put in his place as just somebody to hold a seat until the next poor sap gets put in there that's completely inexperienced. And with that as well, we would either get that or we would get a lot of the people in charge of the Truck Series broadcasts, which, if you're somebody like me, and granted with ratings being down double digits in the Truck Series this year, you might not be someone like me that watches the Truck Series, you'd know it is terrible. So what do I think is actually the most likely of these? And what is the least likely? And of course, what would be in the middle is implied. Well, I think the most likely is option 2. I think Fox continues to have their issues. I think it's more ingrained than just one person. One person can make a world of difference, but I think at this point the effort just isn't there. See, I think the least likely one is a big improvement because I just, again, don't think one person is going to make that big of a difference. I mean, look at Fox Sports overall right now. Look how many issues they're having with the NFL side of things. NFL fans more and more are reminding me of 2014 to 2017 NASCAR fans. They're like, well, there's some good names still. We shouldn't talk too bad about them. And then there's another contingent saying, guys, this is bad. Look at NASCAR. They were the canary in the coal mine. This is not going to get better. What I'm kind of hoping for is down the line, maybe NASCAR Productions takes over. They're the ones by the end of the contract that are producing these, and maybe with limited costs and not having to sell as many commercials, maybe we can get a few more races on the big Fox network. I mean, look how good IndyCar's first broadcast was, and that was minimal effort by Fox because they didn't have to do anything because IndyCar had it set up with IMS Productions. Fingers crossed that we can get that one day. So with that, I want to know what you think. How do you think NASCAR and Fox is going to be now that Artie Kepner will be out of the picture after 2025? Let me know down in the comments below. While you're at it, leave a like in this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel for more great and fun NASCAR content. Thank you so much to all my channel members for your continued support, and until next time, have a good one.